Hello there, guys, girls, gamers, everyone. It's me, GenuineParts, and we're back to If My Heart Had Wings. We just left a man in the garage reading the diary of Iska, and we are probably strolling around. Let's see where this brings us.
あの雲の写真、綺麗だったね。
That's the second time. It's like last time we started with pretty much the same question from a different character. Yeah.
あそこへ行くのか。
Okay. Gea seemed to be saying, I'm itching to go. You're missing the last. Yeah. I felt the same way.
じゃあ私、一度ロボット部に顔出してくるね。
Well.
掛け持ちだから毎日は顔出せないけど。
You don't seem that busy either. It should be okay. Wow, that's like rude. Even if she's also in another club, it's great that she's here. Sorry for all the trouble.
いいってことよ、相棒。
Ow! Gea gives me a punch in the shoulder and turns around to Katori, who had left a little later, but was following us.
ハバネさん。
And Vanessa.
昨日はごめんなさい。
Oh. She's really upset about that still, isn't she? Pa! What? Gea bowed her head with a great momentum. Don't give her a headbutt! You knock her out, she's tiny!
別に謝ってもらうことなんてないと思うけど。私、ハバネさんの事情何も知らなくて。なのに、知ってるようなつもりであれこれ言って。本当、ごめんなさい。
Oh. Katori glanced at me. She must have realized that I had told Agia about her wanting to quit school and so on.
わかればいいのよ。
Katori turns her head sideways in an aloof manner as she speaks. I storm over towards Katori and... whack. What? What did I just do? I gave her a karate chop to the top of the head. What the fuck is going on? Like, really? From now on, every time you take on that kind of attitude, I'm going to give you a chop. Katori reeled back. Then she looked at me with eyes like a demon or an ogre.
こいつのどこにそんな権限が。
Come on now, you've got something to say, don't you?
ごめんなさい。私も言い過ぎたわ。あなたは八方美人なんかじゃない。ちょっとうざいくらい。
That's not really an apology, is it?
うざ。
I know. Come on, Aoi. You don't hit girls.
ちょっと痛いじゃないの。
Well, I guess that's the point. If it didn't hurt, you wouldn't remember. She looked at me with anger in her eyes as she rubbed the top of her head. She didn't that sideways aloof face thing and pushed her wheelchair along.
はっかんべ
Is the cat coming out again?
ー。すごいね、葵。ハバネさんみたいな美少女にチョップかますなんて。
Agia is a little stunned as she speaks.
じゃあ私行くね。早いとこハバネさんを追っかけてやって。
Yeah, see ya.
またね。
Agia, who looks like she's skipping as she walks, turns her head towards the school building. But she stopped halfway.
明日から
She called out in a big voice. I caught up with Kotori. She had a meek expression on her face as she quietly pushed her wheelchair along. Want me to push you? I don't know how tiring it is to push a wheelchair along, but if I tried to travel the same distance, I would normally walk by using my hands. I would definitely find it tiring. I went behind her and pushed the wheelchair. I told you that that I would help you, didn't I? I'm not gonna do it all the time, but when my hands are empty, you can rely on me. Yes, there is. Because we're friends. I felt a little embarrassed as I said that. I don't think I would have been able to say that if I hadn't been behind her. Yesterday, we were hanging out, weren't we? That means we are already we're already friends, right? Well, I fixed your. Let's get it together. I fixed your tire. I rescued you from the bath. I did all the crazy stuff for you. You got ice from me. I think that counts as friendship. Yes, yes. Generally speaking, it would be correct to say so. Kotori stays tight-lipped and doesn't answer. For a while, we don't say anything as we follow the route back. I don't know if I want to ask or not. What matters is the fact that you are staying. Sure. So she's not going to throw it away. Well, maybe it's just, just in case, if things turn sideways. It's always nice to have a way out if you... I guess Kotori is like a wounded animal in that kind of sense, that she has been deeply hurt emotionally. And, you don't help by cornering her. You have to provide her with, she knows that she could get away if she wanted to. Do you? It seems like she's trying to say, I might be a tough girl, but you just look like a crybaby. If I said that, she'd just get mad, so I keep quiet. Well, yeah, good idea. She suddenly seemed to lose her resolve, and she turns around to glance at me. Why me? That question comes to mind, but I don't say anything. I think the fact that it was me makes me quite happy, to be honest. That's fine, but I have one condition. Kotori puts her guard up. She looks as though she thinks I have another crazy demand to make. You talk to me like I'm a stranger. I want you to use my name more. Huh? You always refer to me as you or him, but I want you to call me Aoi. We're friends now. Would that be a problem? Don't you think of me as your friend? I'm a little anxious as I ask her. she just ran into a verbal wall, I guess.
Aoi
Aoi?
くん
See?
う
That doesn't sound happy. I don't know what the problem is. Is it probably a cultural thing that I don't understand? That, you know, using the name is something more intimate than. I mean, you know, I understand that, but here it's in German. It's very. You use the name with. I forget it. I don't know where I was going with that one. She seemed to say, "It seems weird, please understand," as she bent forward. Kotori, why do you find it so strange to say my name?
なれなれしい
As far as I'm aware, I got you naked out of a bathtub. So, I think that warrants a first name visit. Well, never mind. Come on, let's go, Miss Habane.
下の名前でいいそっちのがいい
Okay, let's go, Kotori. You're a weird little girl. Kotori had a look on her face that indicated an complex mix of emotion. It seemed awkward and shy at the same time. Well, we'll definitely go there, above the clouds. There are wispy clouds in the sunset sky. From now on, whenever we look up at the sky, we will be thinking about this. I'm gonna fly. I'm Superfly! I'm sorry, I'm really good at ruining the moment, am I? My heart was beating frighteningly quickly. She's still at it.
雲の回廊を渡りたいかいつか君はいつも言ってたな真っ暗だいつの間に夜になったんだろう
Somewhere after your third time reading the book. Just saying, you know, we aren't there anymore, but clatter. I think that was the sound of a book closing.
紅茶が冷めてしまった
You know, it's the one that didn't evaporate.
みんなはもう帰ったのかもうここでは続けられないかと思っていた
So now we get a little bit of insight. Just we, the gamers, the viewers.
いつか君がつなげてくれたんだなあの子たちをここへ連れてきてくれた
It looks like I can keep going. Just a little longer until the end of this summer. Extend the little wings which fly in the sky highly. No. No, no, no. Oh.
早く早く
There's no need to rush. I had just finished checking out and left the convenience store to catch up to Kotori, who had left first with a bag on her lap. I grabbed the wheelchair's handlebars. Let's go, Kotori. Hold on tight.
よーし飛ばせ
Oh, she's really sweet when she's happy. At Kotori's signal, I pushed the wheelchair as fast as I could. Yes.
ちょっと大丈夫
Wow, she's worried about me? I'm okay. I'm fine. I try to act tough, but I can't hide the fact that I'm out of breath. My stamina's gotten worse. I've been running with the wheelchair this far, but my stamina isn't what it used to be. She couldn't help but notice, so Kotori took a sports drink out of the bag.
Hi, Aoi-kun.
Aww. Ah, that's sweet. Oh, thanks.
そんな無茶して、膝は大丈夫なの？
Stop it. Stop it. You're making me flush. My knee? Yeah, no problem. I think. According to the doctor, I shouldn't have any difficulty with everyday life. Well, I guess pushing a wheelchair full speed doesn't count as everyday life. The problem is better on this is above the level of everyday activity. I do think so.
途中でもういいって言ってるのに、結局学校まで走ってきちゃうんだから。
Hey, you're not my mother. I'm in a good mood and have been since this morning. Our club activities are finally about to start. It's Saturday, a day off, but we got up early and came to school.
せっかく無事だったんだから大事にしなさいよね。
That's really uncomfortable if you're suddenly so nice to me. That makes me rethink my choices in this game. You're right. I finished talking and take a drink. I've been sweating a lot, so my body quickly absorbs the sports drink. How do you drink your sport drink so your body has to absorb it? I usually open my mouth and, you know, just pour it in, and everything that fits in is absorbed, like, immediately.
膝がどうしたって？
Well, hello there. First, Agea came out of nowhere and stood right next to me. It's nothing, no big deal.
おはよう、ハバネさん。
Habanesa, it's her name. It's her last name, isn't it? She doesn't call her Kotori. She calls her Habanesa. So, yeah.
おはよう、姫岸さん。
Himegi-san. Yeah. So they are on a last name basis. That's interesting. Because, you know, in the text it just says their first names in the translation. I wonder why that is, actually, because I think that the last name calling is significantly indicating what the relationship between the characters is. Because we saw it with Aoi and Kotori now. That's apparently a strong indicator about relationships in Japanese language. So that's an interesting fact, because it wouldn't really bother me if there was the last names. Kotori seems a little embarrassed as Agea talks to her. You got her first?
違うよ。さっき葵たちが猛スピードで追い抜いてったんじゃん。
Oh, I didn't notice.
車椅子をして走る人なんて初めて見たよ。葵くん、私先に行くね。
Kotori was being careful around Agea and spoke uncomfortably as she went on ahead. Instead of being annoyed, she seemed more embarrassed than anything. I think Agea understands that too, but...
葵くん？
Oh. Oh. So apparently that's what completely fell through in the translation, is that she did not call us Aoi until this point. What?
別に。それじゃ私も先に行こうっと。
There I sense some jealousy. You jelly girl.
じゃあね、葵くん。
See how she said it? Like, that's like, you know, if this if this name thing is like really important in the storyline, shouldn't the translator include that bit like in the written text if you're not able to understand Japanese and Japanese customs? Because, you know, I would understand if they call their last names. So, just my thinking. Seeming like she'd had enough of talking to me, Agea also went on ahead. Hey, wait, Agea! I chase after the two of them and we head to the garage. What's up? Did you just do that, Aoi? Okay. No, let's go to the next one, because if I start off the next one with a what's up, I'm going to be angry. Amane was already inside the garage. There we go. Here we end this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next episode. Bye!